Welcome to Culture Screen, where we analyze culture. In this episode, we are summarizing the third episode from season 1 of Ozark, titled My Dripping Sleep. In the beginning, we see Jonah looking up at a trio of vultures, and Marty is arguing with a crew of movers. The movers are refusing to move the Bird family's furniture indoors and take off, leaving it on the front lawn. While Marty is explaining what he does to Jonah, Wendy is trying to talk Charlotte out of moving in with her friend back home. All the while, FBI agent Petty watches and documents their activity from afar. We also see Ruth has safeguarded the $20,000 they stole from Marty. Ruth knows if she leaves it to Russ and Boyd, they will just spend all the money on alcohol and junk. Ruth threatens Russ and Boyd, and they quickly back off and agree to keep the money safe and locked in the cabinet. Marty is now an investor in the Blue Cat, and we see him speaking to Rachel about how they can increase profits through gas prices. Agent Petty enters as an undercover patron. Moments later, Ruth comes to speak to Marty because she was fired from her job. Marty reminds her that she was the one who stole from him and that he merely reported the theft. Ruth demands he employ her regardless. Ruth argues that she can be extremely useful to Marty, especially because she understands what he is doing and for who he is working for. Marty quickly takes her to the bank and makes a cash deposit on camera with her. Marty reminds her that this act on camera will incriminate them both if he is ever arrested and charged for money laundering. Essentially, if she were to ever tell the police about his activities, they would both go down together. When Marty takes Charlotte to a local job interview, she spots Wyatt and 3 while in the middle of her interview. She walks out of the interview and assaults Wyatt. We see Jonah watching gruesome videos of the Navarro cartel conducting vicious acts of violence on his laptop. We later see Wyatt on the roof of his trailer contemplating leaving the Ozarks. We also see Wendy chase down a vulture feeding on a dead deer in their lawn. When Marty takes the deer and drops it off in the woods, FBI agent Evans tells Marty that the FBI is looking in Bruce's sudden disappearance. Agent Evans tells Marty about the last phone conversation Marty had with Bruce. Agent Evans tells Marty that Bruce was working with the FBI as an informant as well. According to Evans, Bruce told Evans about Dell wanting to meet up with him. Marty tells Agent Evans that he did notice Bruce began behaving abnormally when he told him about dissolving the company. Agent Evans offers Marty witness protection for him and his entire family if they cooperate, and of course, Marty declines the offer. Remember, I am summarizing the entire series, so let me know what your favorite TV show and movie is so I can summarize it in the future. Also, consider clicking subscribe if you enjoyed this summary. Doing these two things helps my channel out tremendously. I truly appreciate your support. Back at the Blue Cat, we see Rachel does not like Ruth due to her criminal history. Rachel speaks with Ruth and essentially threatens her about conducting illegal activities in her business. Rachel goes to speak to Marty about Ruth, and he vouches for her as a good worker. In another scene, we see Agent Evans and Petty talking about Wendy and Marty. Evans asks Petty if he would like to go get breakfast with him. Here we see they used to be in a relationship together. Petty does not want to blow his cover by being seen with Evans around town. This of course offends Evans, and he gets a bit sad. When Wyatt and 3 Langmore ride up to the Birds' home on their boat, the boys gesture at them as Wendy is removing the deer blood from her hands. This leads Wendy to believe the Langmore boys are the ones dropping off dead animals on their property. That same night, Marty goes on a boat ride and falls asleep. As he wakes up, he hears a sermon being given by Pastor Mason Young. Pastor Mason is preaching from his boat in the water. After hearing a few sentences, Marty takes off, almost in a panic. We see Wendy is working well with Sam Dermody, although he fears his mother may grow jealous that he is receiving help from another woman. The next dead animal to appear on the Birds' property is a woodchuck. Wendy grows enraged and drives over to the Langmores with the dead woodchuck and tosses it onto Wyatt's roof. She warns Wyatt to stay away from her family. Marty continues looking into Bobby Dean's strip club by paying for a lap dance from a stripper as a way of finding additional details on how Bobby Dean operates the business. Later on that day, when Ruth returns home, she sees the $20,000 she locked up in the drawer is gone. Her uncles, Russ and Boyd, used the money to purchase 2 bobcats. They tell Ruth that they plan on breeding them and selling the offspring. When Ruth further examines the bobcats, she notices both are female. Ruth gets upset and tells them both to enter the cage and explains to them that she is going to learn everything she can from Marty Bird about money laundering. After learning how Marty launders, Ruth says she will steal his money and kill him. That was episode 2, titled My Dripping Sleep. To watch the next or previous episode summary, click on the link in the description or at the end of this video. If you enjoyed this summary, consider clicking like and subscribe. It truly helps me grow this channel. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.
Marty,
Work with me.
they forgot the toy chest.
We upload new videos every week, so subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit the like button as well. Click the notification bell to be notified of when we upload these videos. See you on the next episode of Culture Screen.